Hey yo, what's up guys? It's your boy the Fawn Sanctum here. We are casting DH Dark's flex match here tonight. My boy Johnny gave us the permissiono to do the casting arena. So hopefully you guys are gonna be enjoying this because we are gonna have some fun. Let me just get the sound back up. Jesus, how do I do this? Volume, League of Legends. Here we go. Alright, we are all good. Sorry about that for the early start. We've got, here's Johnny, the King of the Elves, Ashen, Atomic Welder, and Pyro AI Glazing. I don't know if it's AI Blaze or Al Blaze. So we'll ask them, but they're playing against Siren, Ballwrinkle, Mental Gap, the Dogman, and Ping Pong Ching of the Chong. Why do I say these weird sounds when I say the Hui's name? I'm just gonna call him Hui because I mean he just face keyboards a language that isn't English, and well, it is what it is at the end of the day. Alright, here we got the laning phase starting here for DH Dark. A little bit of a volley trade on the Pyro. He is on vision, does not know about it. But the sweeper is coming off cooldown soon, so maybe we'll see. A nice fireball here from Hui. Atomic going to do his best to farm up early. And we're going to want to take trades when we have advantageous seed positioning. So for the most part, we are going to do what we can on the enemy team to pop the seeds that come close to us, to be able to make sure that we don't take too much damage. Here in the top lane, Johnny getting pushed in. The Renekton versus Volibear matchup, a little rough in the early game. Once Johnny gets about like half a component in, should be fine. We're seeing a little bit of a push here in all three lanes. But a nice root into the Deadly Flourish. The Wave Fissure comes out. Johnny first access to the wave. Going to have the Stormbringer. Takes a really bad trade against Siren. Siren hits level 3. Johnny has to be careful. Gets ignited. The Renekton has flash, but isn't going to look to commit it. We see that he is now marked by Warwick. A nice double volley here by Dogman. A nice grasping root into Deadly Flourish. Johnny's got to be careful. Siren's going to get first blood, but we're going to get the we are going to get the retribution kill on Siren, so it is a 1-for-1. However, a little bit down in gold. Huge wave crashing here for Johnny. Really needs to make sure have a little bit of that Mama Moolah. I'm wondering what build Johnny is going to go. Renekton more than likely either going Black Cleaver, Sundered Sky, or Eclipse. We'll have to see. Eclipse is a very popular first item option here on Renekton. We have both junglers just turbo power farming. Elf King level 4 here looking for a play, but there is vision. We are going to see him come. He is just going to do the scuttle. Ashen here pushing the LeBlanc in. There's a big wave crashing into that turret, so LeBlanc might be able to end up with a little bit of a CS gap at the end of it. But let's see, the gold value is only about 700 gold, so we are a little delayed here on the ability to have Johnny here. No flash, unfortunately. Stormbringer used the fear here from Warwick. Gonna be enough, and we're going to crunch, McScrunch for Johnny's face. Johnny having a little bit of a rough game, but the Tempest, Ashen getting hit by that chain is probably going to be the death of him. Another Sigil of Silence. Oh, but the LeBlanc passive going to interrupt LeBlanc from being able to kill this game. A Deadly Flourish going to land. Hui going to take a decent amount of damage. A 4-shot going to secure the cannon minion. And a nice bouncing grenade here. Atomic and Pyro putting in a decent amount of work in this bot lane. However, the solo lanes here are struggling just a wee bit. First back here from the Warwick is going to be a Tiamat. So it looks like we are probably going Titanic first. We do have the proximity lead here in the bot lane. We really want to get a recall in. 900 of 1,000 gold. We're going to cancel the recall once again here from Ashen. Really wants to try and get his... Okay, Pyro getting a really nice trade onto Hui. The plants are firing off, but Atomic doesn't have much mana. Can't follow with the Deadly Flourish. We've got to be a little bit careful. And nothing is really going to happen for now. We're seeing a lot of action bot lane. A nice disruption on the recall here for the side of Pyro. The Rite of the Arcane going to be used, but going to be cancelled as LeBlanc lands a nice Sigil Chain. The Arcano Pulse not going to hit. Ashen really wants that Lost Chapter. It'll determine so much tempo here in the lane. But we got the Flash Sigil Distortion. Ashen only about 100 gold off. If he can get a good Q off on this wave, he guarantees it. The LeBlanc's really low, but he's also super low. Almost has no mana. Warwick is on the grubs. Nocturne taking his recall, also working towards a Stridebreaker. I think they're both going Stridebreaker. We've got to be very careful here. Okay, looks like Ashton gonna be able to take his reset. Big wave here crashing into the bot lane. We are getting our first recall here for the side. Okay. And a flash Nocturne Fear going to be enough. The LeBlanc does have teleport, but we are giving over the first priority of grubs. But with this, we will have the Lost Chapter here. We get a Serrated Dirk and Pickaxe here as the first official buy. And we are going Rylai's on Zyra. Very interesting first buy here by Pyro, adapting to the fact that the team's going to need a little bit more of chunkiness. But Balwrinkle is here, forcing the reset on Elf King's blue buff. Currently a little bit stronger, but here's Johnny is around the corner. Ashen is also here. We're going to get the stun onto the Warwick. Warwick's gonna get hit up by every ability in the book. Warwick gonna have to be forced away, gonna be able to get the honey fruits. But here is Siren putting a ward over the wall. A plate is going to be lost in the top lane, but Elf King gonna be spotted on a ward. Going to get suppressed ult by the Warwick here. The infinite duress gonna be enough, and Siren's gonna pick up yet another kill. 2,200 gold now here for this Renekton, who has yet to spend. Johnny's got about 1,000. Sadly down about 1,200. So we're playing from behind in this early game, and the wave is not in a good state for Johnny. He did manage to push it in, but we may be setting up a partial freeze. Johnny going to get a reset. Hopefully we get a catalyst and something here for Johnny. Johnny not resetting actually. Okay, we did not have enough to finish the Lost Chapter here, but we got a tier double Antome. Elf King going to proc the Paranoia, the Nocturne Fear going to tether, it's going to land. The Arcano Pulse, the Rite of the Arcane going to be enough, and Ashen taking a kill on Mental Gap. We are now getting a big push in. The LeBlanc with no teleport gets punished here. Someone has joined the Discord, so sorry if you hear joining and leaving sounds in the Discord here. But now we'll be able to get a couple plates here in the mid lane, helping establish a little bit of a lead here in the mid lane. We will definitely have the Lost Chapter on recall once we get that Luden's Companion and that Seraph's on the Zeref. We will be very comfortable. So let's see what our buy is. It's probably going to be Lost Chapter boost 1. Give me a second. Alright, in the notifications, there we go. Okay, sorry about that. The Enchanted Crystal Arrow going to force the flash on Pyro, but Pyro's still gonna get caught. Forces the Stranglethorns, but Atomic Welder gonna be in a little bit of trouble. The Infinite Duress channel is not going to find anyone. Johnny looking for a trade here on Siren, gonna get the stun and the maul, But at the end of the day, we are going to trade all Summoner's bot lane outside of Jin's heal for Pyro's life. We traded no Summoner's bot lane for Dogman and Hui. We almost have a Rod of Ages here for Johnny. It is very helpful. The Eclipse now finished on to the Curtain Call going to be channeled here by Jin. Siren going in with the slice. Dice is out. Johnny gets a good Stormbringer Maul combo. Doesn't get the mark onto Siren. The Dominus is still available. The Ignite about to come off cooldown. Stormbringer still available. But now Pyro looking, but gets landed. The chain lands onto Pyro. And Pyro's taking a lot of damage. LeBlanc about to get her cooldown off. Another distortion. Unfortunately, LeBlanc not going to have the money needed. Johnny channeling a recall. Probably looking to bait Siren. Has to be a little bit careful. Okay, the Ignite plus Dominus gonna be enough. Johnny very low on HP. We lose a plate here in the mid lane, and that is going to be the first dragon secured here by the enemy team. A third shot taken here for Siren. We do have to be careful. Johnny hits level 9 though. The Paranoia gonna be channeled. And the turret shot going to be enough to help secure the kill. Nocturne gets a solo kill here onto Siren. And we have the grubs up. Warwick is nowhere to be seen as he is bot lane. Getting a nice recall here for Johnny. Should have the Catalyst of Aeons. Don't know if we have the Rod of Ages just yet. But at least we have the Catalyst going. Nocturne is going to have priority. But we do have Vision trying to interrupt with Mental Gap. But Pyro is here to run interference. A big war drop here by Mental Gap. Unfortunately, both attempts are going to be unsuccessful, and it looks like it's going to be a 3-3 grub trade. Johnny nearing his Rod of Ages. Gonna get much closer to it. Invested his teleports, but does not have his Rod of Ages. However, Renekton has an extra pickaxe. Warwick going for that Stormbringer. Stride Breaker. Stormbringer is, I believe, the name of Volibear's ultimate. Yeah. Okay. So Nocturne should have Stridebreaker on recall here. Okay, we've got the distortion chain onto Ashen, but Mental Gap gonna take a lot. The Arcana Pulse coming in. Another chain's gonna land. The distorted lightning plus the Hui combo isn't gonna be enough. No, the Hui passive not gonna be marked. The right of the the right of the arcane being channeled here. We're still in range. Mental Gap has one more skill shot to dodge, and then he can live. Siren taking a turret shot for unfortunate. The Maul mark from Volibear going to be enough. Jin getting stunned here. The Grasping Maw gonna be enough. Ash going in. The Strangling Thorns gonna be enough. We've got the Deadly Flourish being thrown onto to disengage the Collector here on Jin. Means that if ever they get low enough, Atomic can look to turn around. We still have access to the Curtain Call. Good thing that Atomic did not die. Warwick is near the top side, so even though we are marked, we should be able to notice that the Warwick is not near bot lane, so we can play a little bit more aggressively. We are going Luden's Companion here first. The Distorted Lightning Bolt coming out. The Curtain Call, Paranoia channeled, and we're gonna kill Dogman and Hui. Beautiful job here by Atomic Welder. Gonna make sure to secure those kills. Stridebreaker finish here for the the Nocturne. Gonna be very helpful. Johnny has his Rod of Ages. Another plate about to go down. The Infinite Duress channeled, but we're not going to see anything here. Johnny gonna be able to survive. Ashen here rotating to make sure his top laner is fine in the situation of a dive. We've got another BF sword here for the side of Atomic Welder. Really got a decent gold lead, at least in terms of just raw damage. Ash is someone who gets damaged by the constant flurry of auto attacks, but Jin likes to do up to 4 attacks with his abilities and then just walk out. He doesn't need to do much more than that. Okay, Mental Gap going to dodge the Storm Barrage here from sorry, what is this ability called? It's called the Shocking Orb. Okay, the Shocking Orb going to be dodged away by Mental Gap here. Mental Gap now has access to the Mimic Chain going to be using it, going to root up Elf King. Bullwinkle going to try to get into range, going to flash, doesn't have the duress. We get the Shocking Orb here onto Hui. The Rite of the Arcane channeled. Hui is taking a lot of damage, but unfortunately we're not going to have enough damage here to take him down. Renekton asking Volibear if we're going the Jote build. I don't really know what the Jote build... Oh, Jack of all trades. I don't know. Is Johnny running Jack of all trades? Can we see player runes? I don't think we can. I don't know if we can see a secondary, because we know he's running Lethal Tempo. Okay, Stridebreaker finish here for Warwick with boots. We got the Luna's Companion now finish on Ashen. Almost have the Rylai's here for Pyro. Things going well. We managed to slow down the enemy tempo. The Paranoia being channeled here. Renekton forced the slice. And dice, because he connected the slice, he gets to connect the dice. Essentially, if you hit one target with your first jump, you get a second jump. Siren going to find Elf King, going to ignite him. Johnny going to bring some damage, but another slice and dice. Johnny now getting some tempo leverage here against this Renekton. Okay, we're looking for another combo. The Dominus invested here by Siren. We do have the Stormbringer for Johnny. Oh, and unfortunately the Slice Dice Color the Meek enhanced proc gonna be enough to kill Johnny. But we are going for the Navori Flicker Blade and the cooldown boots. Ashen doing a good job trying to survive against this LeBlanc. Hasn't died yet, which normally isn't the easiest combo to be able to survive. Okay, first sword bounty going over to Renekton, pretty big here, as he should have he should have money for a second item. Johnny channeling the teleport. Ashen getting found here. Bullwinkle already using the infinite duress, doesn't have flash, but should be able to get away. The Paranoia is about to come off cooldown though, but Elf King is going to find Hui. The Stormbringer forces LeBlanc to move back, and we are Atomic Welder just needs one more auto attack. Bullwinkle here gonna go down. The fourth shot's gonna be enough. Nocturne flashes in for the auto on the Hui. The Enchanted Crystal there are gonna land on the Blaze, but so far this is a team fight win here for the side of DH Dark. However, Siren is here, 2 items, has Dominus, has Flash. The Paranoia invested onto LeBlanc, and LeBlanc going to channel back her distortion. But here comes Pyro with a really nice Strangling Thorns to make sure that we can't follow up. Gotta make sure that we get out of here. Turret taken in the mid lane too for DH Dark. Overall, a very good trade. Atomic now 4-0-1, 2,200 gold in the lead, and we have the IE Collector now on the Jhin. He does a lot of damage. Let's see what else he gets. But Renekton putting in a lot of pressure here with access. Okay, the current call being channeled here. We are trying to clear the wave. Unfortunately, not going to be able to clear the wave fast enough. But the grasping roots plus fourth shot here, sorry, not fourth shot, but collector here from Jhin is going to be enough to be able to get the kill. We are clearing vision bot lane as we are trying to get a push, but that gives us free priority. There's a minute left before the Herald despawns. Johnny joins the team, and that should be a free Herald here for DH Dark. Hui is holding Ashen in the bot lane for some reason. I'm not too sure why we've sent the Hui to fight. Okay, well, Hui putting in a lot of work. The isolated Thunderbolt going to miss, but the Rite of the Arcane gonna be channeled. Now Hui has to start dodging some thunder shots, but there's not enough ammunition in the lightning cannon here for Zeref to be able to take it. However, we did force the flash on Ashen. Ashen not having the best game so far But Elf King and Atomic doing a really good job. Fantastic disengages so far by Pyro. I've played a lot of normals with him. He is a really good jungler. He's a really good support player. Always plays funny support picks with me, but genuinely this player understands core fundamentals and he plays really well. We've got Siren here in the bot lane with one demolish charge. Is going to be enough to take this turret. Ashen has to be a little bit careful. The dominance, the flash is available. We should respect his Renekton. He's 2-ish items. And that's another turret. Johnny about down 2,500 gold, unfortunately. His build does start to scale in a little bit, but we'll have to see if it's enough. He is now going to be matching the... now has his cooldown boots, which is really good for him. But Pyro here, gonna get hit by the Enchanted Crystal Arrow, force the flash away. We've got the Thunderbolt. Is Balwrinkle going to invest in Infinite Duress? No, but the Deadly Flourish is going to land. Oh, just getting some damage here on the Balwrinkle. Ooh, okay, that's a lot of damage here. The current call going to be channeled here. Warwick has to channel the damage reduction skill. And Atomic Welder going to be able to just kill him. We get the Shocking Orb stun. And Dogman going to be taking a lot of damage. However, the Hoist Shield going to make it so that we do not get the kill. Mental Gap is nearby. The Rite of the Arcane going to be channeled. Unfortunately, Ashen going to be taking taken down here. Elf King is here. We are looking at Mental Gap. Mental Gap going to get killed, and Paranoia channeled onto the way, but Siren is on the backline. We have to peel for this Jhin. If we can't, we gotta stun him up. With the slice, the dice, it's not going to be enough, and Johnny is here, does a lot of damage, but we got to be careful. Deadly Flourish going to root the Renekton, but we still have the dominance. Johnny going in, forcing the Stormbreaker. He's going to be able to get on the way. Is it going to be enough damage? The Strikebreaker is going to be enough, but the Infinite Duress is still available for Warwick. It's being channeled here, and Elf King taking a lot of damage. Atomic Welder has to get out of here, has not enough HP, and overall, that's going to be a team. I want to say that's a team fight win here for that's a team fight win for the red team against DH Dark. Though there were some nice plays here from Dark, a little bit unsynced. Ashen dying prematurely to the LeBlanc combo. The disengage from Pyro was nice, but unfortunately, when all the cooldowns were used on not the Renekton, and the Renekton was just able to get free access on the backline, it looks like we might be going 3-0 in Dragons here for red team. We are getting a bit tankier here for the side of Johnny, which is nice. At the end of the day, he is going to have to be able to tank a little bit more damage. We got the experimental Hexblade on Nocturne, so his ultimate is going to be up very, very often. Have the Flicker Blade here for Volibear, which is great because now he essentially gets his buy much more frequently and he gets more access to shields. LeBlanc is 1-4, but still has a lot of damage, and there's no magic resist here on the side of Johnny, so Johnny does have to be a little bit careful. We've got almost 3 items here on Jhin. Decided to get a bit of anti-heal because the Warwick and the Renekton are putting in a lot of work. Pyro also investing in the anti-heal. Still no Seraphs here for Ashen. Ashen is pretty far behind gold-wise. About 1,000 gold down in the mid lane and about 4,000 gold down from the Renekton. Johnny's also down about like 3,000 gold, but they're doing what they can. And if they get to the mid-game point where the level 16 Renekton isn't 1v, it's like 1v9ing fights, the Renekton's going to be falling off. The Volibear is going to have the utility of always having a low cooldown stun. Elf King going to find Siren, but the Chem Rift makes it so that those enhanced blast cones are really annoying. Storm going to be brought here. Mental Gap not going to be able to find Mental Gap going to be able to escape with his life by just distorting away. Pyro going to be a little bit annoying with some plants here. Pink Ward placing the brush. LeBlanc now has the Storm Surge. Warwick finished the Blade of the Ruined King. Interesting. We are dropping the Herald top, but they are converging here. But because we did not aggro the Herald early. It is going to be able to get a charge in. I don't think it is going to be able to take the turret, but Johnny is building a bit of pressure here in the bot lane against Mental Gap. Mental Gap cannot really fight him too early, but that Herald, unfortunately, not going to be able to take a turret with it. We're reaching 2 items across the board here for the side of a red team. We really need Ashen to finish up his items so that he can be a little bit more useful. Really needs that Seraph Shield to come in, because those assassination attempts from LeBlanc, if they keep going through when LeBlanc is the weakest member on the enemy team outside of Ashe, things aren't going to look too good. Siren here playing out some more. Johnny just getting some good split push pressure. He has matched Renekton in level at least. A little down in CS, but now we've got about 1,200 gold, so Johnny gonna be able to get at least another component or 2 towards, I believe, his Thornmail is the next thing he is building. No, we are getting some magic resist. Okay, probably looking to go a Spirit Visage then. But there is a lot of physical damage here for the side of red team. Dark has to be a little bit careful. Nocturne is nearing the halfway point to his stagger gauge, getting a deadly flourish in, manages to secure the cannon minion. So as long as we can peel for Atomic Welder, Pyro going to be exploded on. Unfortunately, 5-man grouping in the mid lane by red team means that Pyro not going to have a chance to do much. That is Baron pressure if I've ever seen it. I think that's going to be a Baron start. We're sending Mental Gap to clear the wave versus Johnny. But Johnny could dive the LeBlanc at any point. Here we are starting Baron. We have the Archangels now picked up for Ashen, so hopefully he'll be able to do a little bit more. So far there's no contest for this Baron. We are just trying to push the wave in. Mental Gap. Johnny going to Flash Maul, be able to get the kill. We've got the Baron here. Johnny has it level 16. Elf King though has to get out. Going to get stunned up by the Renekton. The Flash, Ruthless Predator gonna be enough. The Isolated Thunderbolt, we're using the Paranoia to be able to get away, to disengage. But Johnny doesn't have his ultimate. If the Renekton goes down, that's a huge shutdown. We take the inner turret too. Here's Johnny gonna be able to stop Bullwrinkle as well. Okay, Pyro gonna be able to get some good slows here, but so far, I'd say a team fight win for the side of DH Dark. Yes, a Welder went down, but Welder's 3.5 items. We shut down this big Renekton. Who got the kill on the Renekton though? Let's see. Hui killed Jin, so that's good for Dark. And who killed? Holy fuck, stop pinging. Hui killed Dark and Warwick killed Nocturne. I can't see, there's too many pings. I'm sorry. Okay, but we do know that Warwick does not have Flash, still has access to Infinite Duress, working towards a Stagger's Gauge. Pyro going to need a really good Strangling Thorns. Okay, Elf King has to be careful, but we've got the plans for disengage. Johnny is level 17, has the Spirit Visage here. A really nice Arcano Pulse here from Ashen. Deadly Flourish going to be blocked here by Mental Gapped. Elf King going to get jumped on by LeBlanc, forced to flash away. We've got the Paranoia up though. The Dominus has been invested. Johnny is the target at the Infinite Duress, but Elf King going to be diving the backline with Ashen. We're going to kill the Ashe, but Mental Gap going to be able to kill Nocturne in exchange. The current call is going to be channeled. We're not going to find anyone. But that should be able to stop the dragon stacking here. Though no junglers are alive, I don't think that we should be able to lose it. We have a 3.5 item Jhin. Ashe is only 2 items, and she doesn't really do that much damage at this point of the game. Atomic Welder putting in a lot of hurt and a beautiful disengage with the Strangling Thorns by Pyro. Once again, this man really putting in the work to keep his carries safe. The fact that Johnny was the one hit by the Infinite Duress was actually amazing, because Johnny is the tankiest member on his team, and so it doesn't really matter. Atomic does have to be a little bit careful. LeBlanc does do a little bit of damage to Shins, and if we're not too careful, Blue buff going to be secured here for DH Dark by Johnny. We've got about 500 gold, so with the Spirit Visage, we're probably going to look towards finishing either an Unending Despair or, yeah, probably just looking to finish that Thornmail. Got about 1,400 gold on Ashen. I want to say maybe it's time to look for some Pen or maybe a Shadow Flame. We'll have to see. Atomic probably looking to get a back in, has about 1,000 gold. Not enough to get a Last Whisper. But now we are getting vision control in the blue side jungle here for both teams, trying to make sense of it. Okay, here it looks like we are going towards the Shadow Flame. Mental Gap not going to be able to steal the blue buff from Elf King here. Elf King almost done Hysterics. Going to be a really good item for him, giving him a lot of innate tankiness. The Paranoia channeled onto Mental Gap. The Feather is going to connect. The stun finishes. And now Mental Gap is going to get killed by Johnny. Siren going to get caught up by Pyro's plants. The slows are a lot. But here the Zyra gets dove. Ballwrinkle not the one. He is tanking turret aggro, but he is going to go down to the right of the arcane. Ash also going to get shut up, but Siren here. Okay, a nice team fight win here. Atomic able to hold off, get a lot of kills, and that looks like it's going to be an inhibitor turret here for the side of DH Dark. Really good work by Atomic and Pyro to hold them off as long as they could. Ashen was also able to put in a lot of work. Unfortunately, are we going to be able to get this inner turret? We got the inhibitor, and we got the top lane inhibitor turret, top lane inner turret, and we got the mid lane inner turret in that trade for our mid lane inner managed to stay up, which is really good here. Another 2,600 gold here from Jhin. That should be 100% crit is now live. So yeah, probably gonna look towards a Guardian Angel as the last item. Shadow Flame finished here. Morellonomicon finished here. Working towards Hysterics Gauge, definitely gonna be finished here. Thornmail invested. We are now getting a Nashor's Tooth and probably getting a Sundered Sky on the Nocturne. So things are looking really good here for the side of DH Dark. We just have to group as a team, take a fight, peel for Atomic, and it's going to be over. With 100% crit on Jhin, he does a lot of damage. Let's check in on how much AD he has. He has 514 AD. Johnny now at the point where he wins trades versus Siren. The longer things go, because there is no anti-heal against his Volibear, so he presses the Maul, and the Maul heals him more the lower his HP is, and because he's got that Spirit Visage, insane amount of healing here available to the side of Johnny. We're getting red buff here for DH Dark. And Johnny now working with Elf King to get that Void Scuttle for Dragon Control. Chem Dragon is up in a minute. It is Soul Point. Dogman going to be hit by the combo of Deadly Flourish plus Rite of the Arcane. Going to kill this Ashe once again. 055. Really not putting in much work. And it's a 4v5 for 40 seconds. We'll see what Dark is able to do with the man advantage. So far the lanes are pushing in. The top lane is not pushed in, but we do have a super minion in that wave, so eventually it will start pushing in. We're clearing vision here from red team, but we're just looking to prep for this dragon, though Baron is left up. I wonder if we're going to be able to start this Baron. There's a 5-man at the dragon pit here. They are pinging. That dragon is spawning in 10 seconds. With Warwick and Renekton, can they do the Baron? I don't know if they can, but they are going to start it. It's a desperate attempt. But the dragon's almost already dead here. It looks like we're going to call off the Baron play, as the dragon is already going to be dead here for the side of DH Dark. We're up 2 Chemtech dragons to 3. Just gotta make sure. Okay, the Enchanted Crystal Arrow going to land on Pyro. The Isolated Thunderbolt going to hit him, but Pyro is pretty tanky. Has Morello and Rylai's as his items. Surrender Vote has failed for Red Team here. The Rite of the Arcane gonna be invested. Unfortunately, going to hit Hui twice and do a little bit of damage, but not gonna find what we wanted to find. We've got a 5-man group mid. No wave though, so a little unfortunate. We can't really do much. Pyro going to take a LeBlanc combo and just get exploded by Mental Galb. The Distortion Chain Sigil Storm Surge proc gonna be enough here for the side of Red Team. It buys them a little bit of time though. So Johnny and Elf King are looking for top lane. We're looking to get the jump on Siren. Okay, Warway. Ooh, Ash using the Chem Bloom offensively here. We're gonna be clearing that pink ward here in the Tri-Bush top side. Is it gonna be a Baron start here? No, I think we just want to fight over the Void Scuttle. Game a little bit slow. We don't want to make any plays that could throw. I mean, they have a lot of turrets left. So I'm not sure they lose on one bad team fight, but the momentum of the game could definitely be okay, Johnny here looking for a play on Siren. Gonna be doing some damage, but it's pretty much just a battle of meatheads at this point. The Storm Shield going to come down. Nocturne is working, I guess, just working on farming. Oops. Working on farming his last item. Has about 1,700 gold in. Probably looking to be full, probably looking to finish this item before taking another fight. Or we're just farming up, farming up, farming up. No Baron pressure. Dragon 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Johnny not close to his item. Jin about, I guess, 1,000 gold off his last item, or like 800-ish gold off. Pyro working towards a Banshee's Veil. Going to be really important. Death's Dance here finished now for Nocturne. Makes him even tankier than he was before. Enchanted Crystal Arrow going to be invested onto Atomic Welder. He is going to die to the Storm Surge Burst. Elf King going to be able to take down Mental Gap. Teleport invested by Johnny. Stormbringer onto Dogman. We are going to kill the AD carry one-on-one. Siren is fighting Pyro. Pyro is going to die. Ballwrinkle is going to get taken down by Dark. And Siren is doing what he can. He's putting in the work, but it's not going to be enough. And although Hui does kill Nocturne, that is a 4-4-3. We still have 2 people left on the side of Dark. Okay, not going to be able to get much. Maybe getting an inhib at most. Okay, this way is starting to put a lot of hurt in. Okay. But we are going to be able to push in that top lane and get the inhibitor again. Johnny making a risky play, deciding not to go for this dragon. Let's see here. Almost have the full build here for the side of Atomic. Unfortunately, no cleanse or QSS means that if he gets hit by that Ash Arrow, he's pretty doomed. We've got the Blighting Jewel finished here for Ashen. We're probably going towards a Void Staff. Yep, Nashor's Tooth now finished here for Johnny. And the Verdant Barrier finish here for Pyro. On the other hand, though, LeBlanc almost nearing her death cap. She does a lot of damage, and if left alone with Atomic for a combo, can blow him up. GA has been picked up here for the side of Atomic. And Hui deciding to picking up the warding item. Deciding it is enough. Okay. We are fighting. The third dragon is live. Nocturne and Johnny already on it. So we are tying the Drake score 3-3 at this point. But, I mean, if we can't have a team fight where we peel for Atomic. Ash now starting to catch up in items, though. Not going to mean much if she can't get much done. But it looks like we're probably just trying to start Baron. So it's a 5-man start. LeBlanc is bot lane. Spotted on vision. She is using her distortion, getting in. The paranoia being channeled here. The infinite duress. Warwick is going to steal the buff, but at what cost? Atomic Welder is he going to die? Atomic Welder goes into the GA, but Siren is doing a lot of damage. However, we have enough peel. The current call going to be channeled here. And then turned off. So that is Baron plus 3 kills here for the side of DH Dark. Can we end the game? There are 40-second death timers with Baron. Paranoia is about 3/4 off cooldown. Johnny gonna be able to beat the shit out of this turret, but takes a little bit of damage from the Hui combo. Does a bit of damage himself. That is the second. That's the second inhibitor taken. But Mental Gap going to be annihilated here by DH Dark. So now there's about 10 seconds before 3 members are back up. We don't have any bot lane pressure. Do not have a mid wave. We have a super wave in the top lane, but we are very low. The Hui putting in a lot of work this game. At doing what he can to clear. And we're going to get a reset in here. Spirit Visage bought by LeBlanc. Spirit Visage bought by Warwick. Void Staff picked up by Zeref. And Rabadon's Death Gap picked up by LeBlanc. Mental Gap has left the game. Interesting. Okay, maybe just a random disconnect. Was there like a surrender vote that was failed? No? Doesn't look like it. I don't know. Maybe a tilted moment. Okay, so just a random disconnect. Frozen Heart finished by Johnny. He is now full build. Has sold his boots to be able to get as much peel as he can here. Elf King not going to be able to finish his item on this clear, but probably going to be able to get maybe another cooldown reduction item. Okay, Renekton now full build. So we're getting to the point of the game where the builds don't really matter anymore. Ash is catching up. Okay, the last dragon spawning in 2 minutes. Where the remnants of Baron is gone. And Johnny able to wombo the ward. 2 super minions in the top lane here. That is a pretty big wave. Are we going to be able to do anything with it? We've got Atomic, Ashen, and Pyro in the mid lane trying to set up a wave. But everyone is going to be spotted with the explosive Chem Bloom. It's going to be popped. Desire Plant going to be running a little bit of disruption. However, that big wave top lane just going to be invested. Atomic going to be one-shot once again by the combo of the Enchanted Crystal Arrow. We're forcing the TP here from Johnny, looking for a team fight here. Johnny going to find it in on Siren. The Siren is going to dash away. So again, that is a trade of our 80 carry for nothing. Very unfortunate. Okay, Ashen gonna be jumped on and killed here by Siren. Johnny gonna be putting in the work, gonna be trying. Elf King gonna take Ash down to sub 100 HP. Pyro Force the Flash. Mental Gap here, trying to chase the Nocturne on like 100 HP. But Important Summoners blown. There are no flashes left here for the side of Red Team. However, we did lose Johnny's teleport, Pyro's flash, and Welder. The GA was not up here for it was not up here for Atomic, but we are going to lose that middle inner turret here for Dark. Dragon spawning in 5 seconds. This is the soul. Atomic is making his way back, but Johnny and Ashen are dead for 10 seconds. We do have the paranoia. Will we be able to find a way in? The current call being channeled here. And unfortunately, no, Elf King not going to be able to get a kill here. The Infinite Duress going to be channeled. Warwick going over the wall. Elf King, Mental Gap going to be able to get away with the assassination attempt on Elf King. Elf King unfortunately not able to take the soul, and that Chemtech soul makes it harder to fight. As when you get low, you get damage reduction here. Ash going to be able to survive the all-in here from Ashen with the Rite of the Arcane. Oh. What? The blue team has claimed the Chemtech soul. No, they haven't. The game's drunk, man. It says the blue team got it, but Warwick got it. Alright. Here, looking at the items, we have now we are working towards 100% crit for Ash. Almost full build on the LeBlanc. The LeBlanc is just exploding people. All the builds look pretty similar. We don't really have any money to change anything. Okay, so this game might come down to an Elder flip here for the side. Might come down to the Elder flip. We'll have to see though.
No.
Ooh, Dogman getting hit by the Rite of the Arcane. Johnny rooted up here by Mental Gap, forced to use the Stormbringer, trying to get the kill. Gets the kill here on Mental Gap, going to open the last inhibitor turrets. Atomic and Elf King here starting up the Baron Nashor. We're forcing a reset from at least one member to stop, because Johnny could just end the game at this point. Paranoia invested. We've got the current call. And Bullwrinkle, is he going to be able to live to steal this Baron? No, as Siren is getting low, and we are going to be able to take the Baron here for the side of DH Dark. Also able to get 2 inhibitors here for the side of 2 inhibitors here from Johnny. Johnny now going to be chasing Siren. Okay. A lot of damage, and Ashen is going to be able to find the shutdown with the... With the what? Oh, with the Luden's Companion plus Scorch. Okay, it is going to be enough. Zyra now having the Banshee's Veil, going to be putting in a lot of work at this point here. But the final inhibitor turret has been taken down, so if we get a push in the top lane, we'll have double super minions. Should be enough to hopefully be able to end the game. We've got Nocturne looking to try and finish his Guardian Angel. Yep. Now Nocturne is full build. Ashen is slowly getting there. LeBlanc should have the Void Staff right about now. And yeah, the Hui is full build. Zyra's getting to the point where she's full build, so money doesn't really matter anymore. Atomic has sold his boots for Yomu's Ghostblade. Rite of the Arcane going to be invested onto Dogman. Dogman going to be taken out by Ashen here. We've got the Paranoia into the stun. Bullwrinkle going to be taking, going to be going down, and it looks like Dogman has just disconnected. This intense game finally coming to an end. Johnny using the Stormbringer to disable the turrets. We just want to end the game, and we're focusing the turrets. If the turrets go down, but the health bars are pretty low here. However, it's just going to be the end. Mental Gap not going to be able to survive, and it looks like DH Dark are going to be able to take a win here in their game versus the red team. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. If you did, let me know, and we'll see you guys next time on the Fallen Sanctum Glazing Reviews.